Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Module 9 Online Safety and Digital Citizenship as part of Digital Entrepreneurship and Content Creation Internship. I hope you are doing your assignments well on time. We have covered Module 1 to Module 8 that focused on how to create the content and you got the assignments. Today, we are going to focus on the online safety since the your businesses would be in the digital format. You need to keep online safety into mind, not only for yourself, but also for your users as well. So when we say online safety, what do you mean? The online safety basically means protecting yourself, your information, and your digital identity when you're using the internet, apps, or social media. Now, key elements in the online safety means safe browsing, privacy protection, respectful communication, and responsible sharing. When we say safe browsing, it means visiting only the trusted websites and avoiding any harmful or suspicious links. When we say privacy protection, it means keeping your passwords strong and not oversharing your personal details. And respectful communication means speaking kindly online, just like you would do in the real life. And responsible sharing is thinking before you post, because once anything goes online, it may stay forever. You may delete from your own device, but it may have gone viral and it may have gone into several devices. So it is practically impossible to remove anything that goes online. So online safety is like wearing a seatbelt on the internet. It keeps you protected even when the unexpected bumps comes your way. Now let's understand this from an example. Let's assume Ria, who is a class 7 student, she downloaded a free game from an unknown website. The game asked for her email and the phone number. A week later, she started receiving, strange calls and messages. Now, if Ria had practiced the online safety, which means downloading only from the trusted sites and not sharing the personal info, she would have avoided this problem. So, for you, always think twice before you are clicking, posting, or sharing anything online. And you should protect your information the way you protect your school bag or the home keys. Now, why online safety is important? Because, the internet gives us endless opportunities to learn, to connect, to create. But just like in the real world, there are dangers. So practicing online safety keeps you protected and helps you use the internet very wisely. So internet is very powerful, but it has risks, right? So positive side is you can use it for education purpose, you can use it for entertainment purpose, connecting with friends, starting the businesses, creating the content and whatnot, right? But the risky side is fake news, the hackers, the cyberbullies, scams, inappropriate content, and all those things. So just like we follow the road safety rules when we are driving out onto the roads, similarly we need to have the online safety rules, right? Important thing is you should always protect your identity and the personal data, your personal information like where do you live, what is your phone number, what is your password, your school details. It can be misused by any of the strangers. Identity theft can happen if someone pretends to be you online, right? They create your fake profiles and they start doing something nasty. That is kind of identity theft. But if you're using strong passwords, you're using the right privacy settings, and you're not oversharing any of the information, it can help your identity safe. Online safety is important because it keeps you safe from the scams and the harmful interactions. Scammers, what they usually do, they will trick you to steal money or information. They will give you the fake job offers. They'll give you the lottery prizes. They'll give you the phishing emails. All those kind of governments they will give you. What cyber bullies would be doing, they may hurt your feelings or reputation in bad way. And the online predators, they may try to connect you in unsafe ways. So being alert and cautious will prevent you from falling from these traps. And lastly, online safety will help you build a positive online reputation. What you post today will stay online for years. That is your digital footprint. Colleges, employers, even friends may look at your online activity, right? By staying safe and kind online, you build a reputation as a responsible and trustworthy person. Your online actions are like your digital resume. So you should be very careful of what you're doing online and do it sensibly. It helps improve your personal branding. Now let's look at cyberbullying. What is cyberbullying? It is when someone uses the digital platform like social media or the games or the chat apps to hurt you, to harass you, to embarrass you, or to threaten you. That is cyberbullying. Right? It can happen to anyone. It can happen anytime, and it can happen anywhere because internet is always active. You might be sleeping right now, but somebody is awake in the other part of the world. So internet is always up and running. Simple examples of cyberbullying. Somebody posting mean or insulting comments on the social media. You might see this very common on Twitter. Sharing embarrassing photos or videos without permission. You see somebody leaks the photos and the videos. Spreading the rumors or lies about someone online. That you also see on Twitter. This mostly happens in the very rampantly happens in the political space, but it happens in the personal space as well. Excluding someone from the online groups, chats, or games, right? You are part of the WhatsApp group and suddenly somebody kicks you out from that group. That is also cyberbullying. Then sending threatening or abusive messages directly one to one is also an example of cyberbullying. Why it is so serious? It is serious because it hurts the feelings, it hurts the self-esteem, right? It can cause stress, it can cause anxiety, fear of going online, all those things. And it may even affect the school performance and the friendships. That is why you should avoid cyberbullying. Now, what can you do if you are facing cyberbullying? First, you should always stay calm. Don't reply with anger. Second, don't respond at all. Ignore the bullies so that their power is reduced. Then block the bully. Use your app settings to stop the contact. If it is happening on WhatsApp, you can block the contact. If they are calling, if they are doing the video calling, you can simply block them, right? If it is happening very rampantly and repeatedly, you can save the evidence. Take the screenshots to show the proof. You should always report and tell. You can inform the trusted elders like your parents, teachers, or you can use platforms report button. Most of the platforms have this um, feature to report any of the cyberbullying activity or any inappropriate activities that are happening on that platform. Always remember, treat the people online the same way you would treat them in the real life, with kindness and respect. Online doesn't mean just because your face and voice and all other things are not seen, you can do some nasty stuff. No, you should always be respectful everywhere. You have heard about the online scams happening left and right. There was digital arrest that you heard. There was a campaign on the social media, onto the TVs as well, so that people know about all these online scams. What exactly is a scam? Scam is actually a trick used by the dishonest people on the internet to steal your money or identity or the personal information. They would look real, but they are actually fake, right? Of the different type of scams, you these are some of the common fake offers and the prices. You must have seen in your email box. You will get the messages like, "Congratulations, you have won 10,000 rupees or a free iPhone or something." And then they will ask you to click a link and share your details. In reality, nobody gives free money or the prizes for no reason, right? Second example of online scams are the phishing emails and the messages. Now, the emails or the SMS that look like they are out from the bank or school or trusted company, They are the phishing emails, right? And they would typically create an urgency through that email. For example, they would say things like your account is blocked, click here to fix, and all other things, right? The whole idea is to trick you into giving your password, OTPs, card details, whatever it is, right? You should be aware of such things and you should avoid that. Then fake shopping websites, websites that are selling the product at the unrealistic prices, like a new iPhone for 500 rupees. And when you pay, the product never arrives. Sometimes they can also steal your card details, etc. Those are also the online scams. The last type is the imposter scams. Now, somebody pretends to be your teacher or a parent or a friend on WhatsApp or social media. They may ask you for money or personal information. That is also imposter scams. With AI coming into picture, some scammers have actually used AI to replicate your voice and then call to your near dear ones in your voice asking for money, right? You should be aware of such things. You should always take precautions whenever such things are happening. You should never click the links from strangers or the unknown sources, first thing, to avoid any kind of online scam. You should never share your passwords, OTPs, or the bank details online. Okay. Now, before you buy online, you can check whether the site is trusted or not. Simple thing is check for the SSL certificate, which you can see from the website URL. HTTP is not a secured website, whereas HTTPS is a secured website. And you should always look at the reviews of the website. What do people find? What's their experience with this website? And lastly, always verify with an adult if you are unsure of any particular website. See, the golden rule, not only for the online scams, but also for your life, is if it sounds too good to be true, it probably is. So be careful into the online world. Now, more information on how you can protect yourself from such digital risks or the cyber risks. We have the internship program that focuses on cybersecurity awareness, and it gives you the practical idea of how to identify such risks and how to prevent. And if something happens, what actions you can take in all these kind of cyber risks. Online scam is just one of them. Then let's look at the privacy, right? Everyone talks about privacy. Even there are rules in the country level, at the global level. There are rules. The recently India had this DPDP Act, Data Privacy Protection Act, right? Everyone is talking about privacy, but what exactly is privacy? Let's understand. Okay, so privacy means keeping your personal life, information, or the identity safe from the strangers, especially on the internet, right? Just like you don't give your house keys to unknown people, you should never give away the private details online, right? First thing, never share these online without permission. The home address, strangers can misuse it. Second, the phone numbers. It can lead to spam calls or the scams. Never share your school name or the daily routine because that could put your safety at risk. And never share your bank details and passwords because it may cause the money theft or it may lead to hacking. Second thing to protect your privacy is you should always use strong and the safe passwords. Right? It should be at least 8 characters and it can be as long as you want. Usually 8 to 12 characters is something that you can always remember without forgetting. You should always use a mix of capital and small letters, the numbers, the symbols, the special characters. For example, mango at the rate 213 is very easy for you and hard for the hackers, right? You should never use your name, birthday, dates, 1234, that kind of strings as a password, right? Then to protect your privacy, you should always ask before you sign up, right? Always take help from your parents, your teachers before you join any new games, apps, or websites, right? You should always check the website or the app whether it is trusted or not, right? If it asks for too much personal info, it's probably unsafe. Avoid that, right? Use this thumb rule everywhere. If you wouldn't share it on your school notice board, don't share it online, right? That is how you can protect your privacy. Now, as a digital entrepreneur, you have to be creator of the digital content, right? How can you be a responsible creator? You should always think before you post, right? Always ask, would I say this face to face to anyone? Would I be okay if my teacher or parents saw this? Could this hurt someone's feeling? If the answer is no, don't post it, right? Always respect the copyright and always give the credit, right? Don't copy paste others' work, be it images, music, videos, text, whatever it is. Don't copy paste. If you have to, always mention the source or the creator. Instead, you can use the free resources. For example, Unsplash, Pixabay, Canva, Free Music Archives. They give you all that royalty-free content that you can use freely in your content rather than taking a licensed content or the copyrighted content. Copying without the credit is like stealing someone's homework, and that is what we don't want to do. Now, another thing that you can do for being a responsible creator is you should always post the positive things, helpful and kind content, right? You should share the things that will inspire somebody, that will teach somebody, that will bring joy to somebody, right? Avoid spreading rumors, fake news, or negativity, right? For example, you can go and share the tips on studying better, your drawings, your poems, your projects, your motivational thoughts, stories, etc. Those are something that are positive. Remember, what you post stays forever, right? The online posts, they can be screenshotted, they can be forwarded, they can be stored on the servers. Even if you delete it, somebody may still have a copy, right? So post only what you are proud of today and in the future. Okay. Being a responsible creator means building a digital footprint you will be proud of. Every post is like a brick in your online house. Make sure it's strong, positive, and respectful. Okay. Now let's look at digital citizenship. What does it mean to be a good digital citizen? A good digital citizen would always respect others online. He or she will use kind and polite language. He or she will avoid rude comments, trolling, spreading rumors, etc. Always remember, words typed on the screen can hurt just as much as words spoken aloud, right? It doesn't mean that you can only type and abuse somebody without saying to them. It will hurt equally. Being a good digital citizen means you are protecting your and others' privacy both. You never share your own or your friend's personal details without permission. You should always ask before tagging someone in a photo or a video. You should always keep your accounts private and use strong passwords. Third thing that you can do to be a good digital citizen is you should use the technology for good. You should always share the helpful content, creative content, positive content. Use the internet to learn, solve the problems, and inspire others. You should support the causes, raise the awareness, spread kindness online rather than doing some negative work, right? Another thing that you can do to be a good digital citizen is reporting the unsafe or harmful behavior, right? You should speak up when you see cyberbullying, scams, or inappropriate content, right? There are features like report and block features on the apps. Use it judiciously. Okay. You should tell your parents, teachers, and trusted adult if you feel unsafe anywhere. Okay. Any questions so far? Okay. Now here is your assignment. What you are going to do is you have to create your own digital safety and kindness pledge poster. What does that mean is you have to reflect upon the responsible online behavior and you have to express your personal commitment in a creative way, right? What you're going to do, create a poster, and the title of that poster should say My Digital Safety and Kindness Pledge. And then have at least five personal promises. I mean, you can have more. I would say at least five personal promises that you would pledge in this kindness pledge, digital safety pledge. Okay. For example, I will protect my personal information. I will not bully. I will not hurt others online. I will think before I click or share. I will report safe behavior to trusted adults. I will be kind and respectful online. I will credit the original creators when I use their work. I will balance my screen time with the offline activities, etc., etc. But there has to be at least five personal promises that you will make in this pledge. You can be as much visual and creative you want. You can add the drawings, you can add symbols, online icons, lock, smile, heart, globe, whatever is relevant. Use that, use emojis. You can use bright colors to make it attractive. You can make it by hand or you can make it digitally. Use PowerPoint, Canva, Google Slides, whichever tool that you find suitable. And at the bottom, you should have your name and the sign. Okay, not the sign. I mean, have your name as the sign on the pledge. I mean, we are talking about the online safety, and I don't want you to share your signatures online. Okay, so have your name as the sign. You can share this pledge as a photo. You can share this as a PDF. You can share this as a scan, and then upload this onto the assignment submission. Okay. Now, this is an optional, but you can also do. You can present your pledge in the class. You can, in your class, you can have a 30-second talk why you chose those promises, and you can have other friends as well create such online awareness pledges. In case you are doing such an activity, take the pictures and share with us and show how you are spreading the knowledge about the online safety to your friends, your relatives, etc. We'll be more than happy to see your responsible digital citizenship that you are uh, showing. So, by doing this, you are going to build the awareness of the online safety. You're going to encourage the responsible digital citizenship in your friends, school, relatives, in your sphere of touch. And then it will give you a personal code of conduct that you can follow in the real life. And same goes with your friends as well. Okay. This is the ninth assignment. Again, upload the assignment and you can close the form. In the next module, in the next assignment, when you submit, you will be able to go ahead in the form and do rest of the activities before the submission is done. Okay. Any questions so far? No. Okay. So here's the recap what we have understood. See, the internet is like fire, right? You can cook your food or you can burn your house. It depends on how you use it. Okay. Internet is one of the greatest tools of our time. It can help you learn, connect, and grow, but only if you use it wisely. Just like fire, it gives light and warmth, but careless use can cause harm. Right? Always be safe, protect your privacy, avoid the scams, and think before you click. Be smart, use technology for learning, creating, and building your future. And be kind, treat others with respect, and spread positivity online. Every click is a choice. Remember this. Every post is a reflection of your values. Remember this. And every interaction is an opportunity to show kindness. Remember this. Together, let's build a digital world that is safe, respectful, and empowering for everyone. Okay. And as usual, we are there to help you. If you have any of the questions, you can always reach out to us. You can reach out through email, you can reach out through phone. Easiest way is to message on the WhatsApp group so that not only us, but rest of your fellow friends can also contribute into any of the question that you have. They can also give you an alternate perspective. Here's the QR for our LinkedIn page. Follow us and see what all exciting work we are doing. Get inspired and submit your assignments on time. We'll meet tomorrow with the 10th module. With that, your digital entrepreneurship and content creation internship will come to an end, and you can actually start your entrepreneurship journey. Also, in the near future, we are going to launch SASF Venture Labs, wherein any of the budding entrepreneur can reach out to us. If you have a business idea and you want to try it out with us, you're more than welcome. Once the idea is piloted and it works well, you get the commercial rights to commercialize that idea. Or if you want, we have several ideas and you want to try out those ideas. Any of the ideas works well and it's piloted wonderfully. Again, you get the commercial rights to commercialize that idea. So if you're more interested in any of these ideas, reach out to us through WhatsApp, email, phone, whichever way you want to. We can talk more and see how we can help you in your entrepreneurship journey. All right. See you tomorrow. Bye bye.